Welcome to Small Town Mentality Podcast. I'm your host.
You said come.
I'm your host.
Welcome.
I'm your host, Ben. Randy is here.
How's it going?
Producer M is here. And today we have guests from the band Drowned Out. Gunnar and Dan are here.
Wave with both hands like a weirdo. Nice.
You guys are a three-piece punk band, but there's only two of you here today. Where's
Yeah,
your third?
bass player is he's doing something. I don't know what he's doing. Is it-
South Carolina, you said?
Yeah, South Carolina, Spartanburg specifically. Spartanburg.
You South Carolina?
I never went anywhere near Spartanburg, really.
Oh.
Sorry.
Randy here's from South Carolina.
I got a cousin lives out that way, but
You're asking where he's from in South Carolina?
yeah, McCall,
McCall.
Marlboro County,
No idea.
the Florence Darlington area,
Darlington.
up near the Florence Darlington area. It's up north.
Oh, okay.
He knows Florence.
That's down.
That's down for us. We're in the upstate. I'm not from here. Neither is Ryan. So that's a weird thing. Ryan and I are both from California. So
Nice.
yeah, we don't really know where anything is here.
I've lived in Wyoming my whole life, but I was born in California. So technically I'm Californian.
Hey, that's awesome. Let's do California and never go back.
I guess. Wyoming's not
I think
too bad.
you were asked to leave the last time you went to California, weren't you?
Well, so I did go up there with my brother's car.
I just love this story.
Yeah. And the cops took it because I had fireworks and rum in the trunk. And anyways, I had to take a bus home. It was the whole thing.
Bar mitzvahs, man. What are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that screaming?
Someone was screaming.
Oh, that's weird. That's creepy. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's move on.
All right, just don't think about the fact that this building used to be a tuberculosis hospital.
Yeah, let's ignore the screaming.
Sorry.
Tuberculosis.
Yeah, this was built in 1890 as the old post office / court, and then they had a outbreak and they had to move everybody here as a hospital. A lot of people in this building, and it is a little creepy at night. There's a morgue also, yeah.
Huh.
And there's like creepy passageways inside the walls because they used to check on their workers. And so like you could climb up this ladder in this passageway and like flip this thing open and look down. It's real creepy.
You walk past the painting, the eyes are following you. It's
Yeah,
like an old
pretty
Scooby-Doo
much.
cartoon.
That's
Creepy building.
how do you guys not move? I don't know.
I try not to come here at night, but I've come a few times in the middle of the night to grab some like equipment or something that I needed at home, and it'd be like 2 or 3 in the morning. I was like, yeah, this is a mistake.
I've come a few times in the middle of the night myself.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Anyways, yeah. How'd you guys all get together? We'll start talking to you, figuring out your life.
This story's interesting.
Do you want to do it?
No, you
I always tell it.
good.
All
I
right.
always tell it. Well, that means you're good at it.
I put out this EP. It's called the Thunder Gun EP. I don't know if you guys watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I have, yes.
Yeah. So there was a movie in that show that they were all trying to go see called Thunder Gun Express. And I decided to make an EP called that. I thought it was hilarious. And I put out just a feeler post to see if anybody liked it. And Ryan reached out to me and he was like, hey, man, can I come over one day and hang out with you and jam? And I was like, sure. And he came over and could play my record already. And I was like, oh, cool. He's like, so do you want to do like a band? And I was like, all right, we'll do that. So we had these auditions because Ryan was on guitar, right? So it was me on guitar and vocals and Ryan on guitar and vocals. And we said, well, we need to find a drummer and a bass player. And we put out an ad for a bass player. And this guy came and he brought him with him. And he was a bass player and we hated him. Like he was decent, but he was showing us videos of his Instagram of him playing drums after this guy's audition. And we thought maybe they were a package deal because they came together. So we thought maybe they were like friends that wanted to join a band together. So we hired them both. And, we found out a few months later that he didn't like him either. So we were good to fire him. So we did, and then bumped Ryan over to bass, and yeah, that's it. That's how
we just didn't have anyone else in the band after that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Because we mulled around the idea of, well, do we keep Ryan on guitar and find a new bass player? And then we're just like, well, we kind of don't like anybody else. So.
Well, we checked out your last single, "Falling Down," and Randy said it was his new anthem for the week.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you hear the next single?
Yeah, which
When's it coming out?
Well, the record dropped today.
Yep.
That's available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. What's the other one? Apple Music, Deezer, whatever. Do you guys use Deezer? Do you know anyone who uses Deezer?
no.
Never even heard of it.
I don't know what it is either. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
We're on all the
Sounds-
things down here.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a Tenacious D cover band.
Yeah, it's a Weezer cover band, but everybody's a douche. Well, wait, that's already Weezer. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second single is called Oxymoron. We're gonna be shooting a music video for that like next week.
Yeah.
So-
Nice. Can you use a clip from this podcast in it?
Probably. Yeah, we probably will. We'll probably start it with me saying, what the fuck is Deezer?
Yeah. I'm surprised there isn't. There probably is Weezer cover bands. I'm sure there is.
Why would you want to?
There's fucking Hall & Oates cover bands. I mean,
That's fair. Like, why would Weezer?
dude, some of those Weezer are good.
I'm just saying.
Buddy
I mean,
Holly's-
I dig Weezer.
Not my thing.
no?
They're discussing about Weezer.
Yeah, we're trying to decide if we like Weezer or not.
I mean, kind of. Yeah. It is a weird thing. Like when it comes on, you know all the words, but you don't like actively look for it. You know?
They're one of those Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know the song, they're not bad. You won't change it, but
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
like you're Googling it.
I don't know any records. I'm not like, man, I don't know the name of the singer. I know his name's Rivers.
The singer?
From Weezer?
Oh, from Weezer. I thought you were talking about.
What's his
Chili
name?
Peppers.
River Phoenix?
I couldn't.
Do you know his name, Emily? No, she
Well,
does not.
It's Cuomo. It's Rivers Cuomo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, for sure.
The thing is with Weezer with me is like it's hit or miss. But it seems like everything after that god awful Bear Hills track has just been miss.
Well, now it's stuck in my head.
And of course it's stuck in your head because it's I Love Rock and Roll. That is exactly what that song is. They ripped off the fucking riff. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting worked up. I've turned over a new leaf. I'm not doing the angry guy thing anymore.
People love
It's
your
cool.
rants, Randy. It's Randy's rants.
Yeah, but dude, I'm like overweight and I smoke. If I keep ranting like that, I'm just gonna keel over and then everybody will be like, "Hey, we saw the last podcast."
Yeah, maybe you'll make us famous. People get more famous after they die.
It's true.
I don't want to be famous. I want to be rich.
I guess.
Fuck that.
But I didn't make a George Floyd reference right there.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yes.
you know, I wouldn't stop you, but like I said, you know, today's climate, all that stuff going on.
Yeah. Our stance on the movement is pretty obvious. We've posted about it several times. So, but I saw a great opportunity for people to get more famous after they die. Yeah, 'cause nobody knew
True.
who he was until he died.
That's true. Yeah. Except for you don't get to enjoy it, I guess, unless you know, reincarnation or something.
Like the whole Elvis thing, where like maybe or like Tupac,
Right.
feel like maybe he's not dead. You know?
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an island of famous dead guys.
Yeah, but if
There's-
you're
It's called
Yeah.
Epstein's Island.
One up.
Is it Epstein's Island?
I was just gonna say, if you get famous and then you die and you're reincarnated, you still don't get to enjoy it because
It's
as
true.
far as you're concerned, it was someone else.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess that's true because you don't know who you were before, right? If you were reincarnated,
Right.
you don't know. Falling
Exa-
from the bottom.
Well,
Exactly.
might depend on the religion. Do you remember who you were when you become a cow?
That's right, because like Buddhists believe that you can be
Mhm.
reincarnated like a fucking bug or a tree or
That
something.
frog that was down here.
That frog was definitely like the ghost of John Lennon.
Yeah, just like this, like douchebag bug. Like, do you know who I was?
Right, exactly.
I've got a,
It's like a moth.
I've got a cat. I've got a cat, and I'm pretty sure it was Sam Kinison.
That's what, if you flick a bug and it screams at you, it was definitely Kinnison.
Speaking of Epstein, have you seen you know who Orlando Bloom
Bloom?
is?
Yeah.
No, Brown.
I don't know Orlando Brown.
No,
It's on like an old Disney show. Anyway, he came out with
it's
a
a
video.
darker Orlando Bloom. Sorry, go on.
Funny. Will Smith.
Yeah. There's like this whole thing going around. I was like,
Dang.
ooh.
Like
Going
hey,
after Hancock, huh?
Yes.
I need more information.
Me too. It was
Like-
just a video, and
Yeah,
he's been putting out some weird stuff. So
I would need more info on that before I can make a decision.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So Orlando Brown is accusing Will Smith of inappropriate activities.
Yes.
So we're
I think Brown is a better name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. I just don't see it in Will Smith, but who knows? I mean, Cosby did it, so he was America's dad or whatever.
Actually, do it. I never saw how that ended. Is he in prison right now?
Yeah, he's in prison.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That video where they were escorting him, and he was
I-
just like. and just
There's
kept
like
going.
86. There's like 86 cases.
That's a fucking lot of rape.
Yeah.
what- dude,
My buddy had a joke about it. He said, "I loved Bill Cosby. I used to fall asleep to his records." Oh wait.
It's,
Dave Chappelle, he's like, he raped
they're not.
babies.
He rapes, but he saves. That's right.
It's like 86, man. This dude has more women than I've masturbated to.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I mean that's true because you kind of latch on to like your 5 or 6 different girls that you search for, right?
And they
Yeah.
called him like, does it really matter at this point?
What's up, Angela? She's saying hello to us.
Hey,
Maybe I'll let you do it. There you go. Down in the corner.
hola, she said.
Now that I've ruined the flow where we were going with Bill Cosby and all that.
We went from
Bill Cosby.
origins of our band to rape. So
It's true. Well, that's also, I mean, that's where where it eventually led to. This
Wait, your band?
Yeah, yeah. It started the way that it eventually led into just we started playing pranks on each other. How we just rape each other. So
Ah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Frank- evolved into just we just lift weights and just we don't even play music anymore. We just rape each other and lift weights.
Sounds like
Yeah. What have you guys been doing?
This band is exactly like prison. Yeah.
What have you guys been doing during this whole thing? I got a buddy that lives there and plays music, and he's been going to bars and stuff, but not very often.
What's his name?
Kelsey Hudgens. He doesn't live. He lives in Myrtle Beach.
I just got back from there.
But he's been doing gigs, is what I'm saying. I was just wondering if you guys been doing gigs or anything.
Yeah, we got a gig on the 18th. It's in
Lancaster.
I say Lancaster, but they say Lancaster.
I don't know.
Lancaster.
Lancaster, that's what they say.
There's also a county. It's spelled Horry, but it's pronounced Ori.
Yeah,
Don't call it Horry.
That's definitely Horry County.
Don't call it Horry, man.
That's Horry.
It's pronounced Ori.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the population there? Like, what are they like? Are they
it's actually-
hoary or are they hoary?
No, it's actually out in the Myrtle Beach area, so
Oh,
there's a lot.
So they are hoary. Okay, I got
Yeah.
I know a
we did-
couple. I know a couple people from that area that fit the description. I'm not going to name names.
it.
But what if you did tag them?
Yeah, call them out. Make them listen to this episode.
That's funny. I don't want to subject them to that. No. Everything opened back up. Like it was shut down for like a month, I think. Then because St. Patrick's Day, we all went out to Delaney's, right, which is like a popular like
And everything started.
bar, and that was the night that it shut down was St. Patrick's Day. It was the last night you could be out, and then they started opening up where you could go. downtown Spartanburg did a really cool thing where like the city council and the police department, they shut Main Street down and let all the restaurants pull all their tables out into the street so they could still be, people could be 6 feet apart eating.
That's one way to do it.
We do that sometimes just because people want to drink in public. That's pretty much it.
Outside of the bars anyway. That's kind of like New Orleans a little bit in the sense that, you know, you're not going to get a ticket for drinking on the sidewalk, but if you step 1 foot on the street, they're going to write you up.
Well, I mean, they got to be watching you pretty close.
They don't really, honestly, they don't care. And I'm not trying to like pin the scarlet letter on Spartanburg PD or anything, but they're lax as fuck, and they're actually not pieces of shit. So they kind of just like let people, as long as you're not hurting anybody, they kind of just let you do you.
Yeah. So you were talking about the last day before they closed everything down. We had opened up early, and they just did an article on Fox 13 News of where it originated. So we got our second spark, I guess, whole bunch of new cases, and they went all the way back and found that it was all happened at one bar. And I was I was up in Salt Lake yesterday talking to one of our mechanics, and he came and talked to me. He's like, "Hey, you ever been to this bar?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know, not in a while, but I've been there." He's like, "I went there like 2 weeks ago." I was like, "Get the fuck away from me."
Yes.
Step back a couple of feet.
That's
I don't want any part of you. They traced all of it back to that bar, and he just went there. I was like, go away.
That's
not.
I think
I'm not taking chances.
Spartanburg had like a case early. It's like an elderly guy that he had just got back from Italy, and he had gotten it, and I think it fucking killed him.
He was old. Yeah.
But then I know a couple of people that had it and just beat it, and they were like, it wasn't even as bad as like the flu, you know. And I don't even know if I had it or not, because like we were all sick like in December, and then we were better after that and haven't gotten sick. And I don't even wear a mask.
I haven't either.
You don't really go anywhere but the gym, though.
That's true, but the gym is dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers in there like mouth breathing and shit.
Yeah, I know.
Goddamn, there's this fucking dude on the Peloton. This
On the bike?
this motherfucker was just hacking up a goddamn lung on the screen the other day.
Can't you just buy a bike and get like an iPad or something?
No,
Why are you
yeah.
spending $3,000 on a bike with an iPad on it?
No, I'm just saying, I'm right there with you, dude. No, I'm right there with you, dude. That's my routine right now too. I'm like home, work, and gym. That's it. If I ain't at home, I'm at the gym. I mean, you can probably tell.
Hell yeah. Boy, swole.
Big boy right there.
I don't work out.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I'm lazy. I sit all day at my job.
You know
and
what?
then I sit at home.
I digitally shake your hand for not giving me some bullshit excuse. Like being like, I'm just like, I don't fucking feel like it. Like, that's great. Like I hope people always get me with like, I'm too busy.
I broke my ankle like 10 years
I
ago.
was born with flat feet. I had to get tubes in my ears when I was like 9, so I'm out.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. I get on and off the couch, and then I get in and out of my truck, and that's about it.
Not bad. What kind of truck is that?
Peterbilt. That's what I do for work. I drive a big truck.
Very cool. Over the road or local?
It's kind of both. Like depends. I'll go like 250 miles out sometimes.
Nice. That's not too far. That's not too bad.
Hauling gas and hauling ass.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
But I have a 14 Ram.
Ooh,
So that's
very
I do have another truck.
very cool. 2 trucks.
And I also have a lesbian car that I drive around. It's a Subaru Outback.
That's like a really popular Asheville,
Yeah.
North Carolina. Yeah, the mighty Subaru Outback.
Yeah, it's like the liberal car.
It really is. Yeah, they like them.
Yeah. You got it. You have like what is it called? Like a thing on the top where you put your suitcases in?
Like a luggage rack.
Yeah, a luggage rack or skis or a bike on top. Like you have to have something on top of your Subaru. I don't know why. Maybe that's just around here.
I don't know. I mean,
The
I just
Baja,
don't-
which an Outback with a fucking truck bed instead of a hatch.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
I was just gonna say Subaru's not a bad car to try and get around these parts, man. Especially these fucking mountains and shit. That's
I've never
on
seen
Subaru.
one.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
I've never seen a Subaru broken down on the side of the road ever.
Yeah. They got the what do they call it? A box 6 motor in it.
Yeah.
They last forever.
Well, it's 4s, but they're those boxer motors, so the pistons
Yeah.
run like this. Pitted, bro, like that, dude.
Sideways.
Hell yeah.
So some of the questions we like to ask bands is, what's your worst gig ever?
Oh my God, Coyote Ugly in Salisbury, North Carolina. They want us back.
Is that
But-
the one? I thought it was Milestone.
The Milestone was fucking dope, dude.
I don't know.
You know what sucked at the Milestone was like the bathroom looked like a really good place to like shoot heroin into your arm, but other than that, the gig was fantastic. The Milestone is a historic.
Oh, you're right.
It was a historic concert venue in Charlotte, North Carolina. Nirvana played on that stage. Alice in Chains. I heard Morrissey canceled a show there in '87. So
Drowned Out played on that stage.
we did, yeah. We were over there. Offspring played there, so that was awesome.
They played with us.
Yeah, no, the Offspring didn't.
They opened for us.
That would be awesome. Never gonna.
Yeah, never.
I'm not gonna go on after them. So
Sometimes you just have to put the vibes out into the universe, you know?
Yeah, hopefully Dexter sees this podcast by some miracle.
So I used to call ourselves Wyoming's #1 comedy podcast. We were not, but I just kept saying it over and over again, putting it out in the
Well,
universe.
It's an opinion.
It is an opinion. But now when you Google Wyoming's #1 comedy podcast, guess who comes up?
That's fantastic.
You just
I
got to
used to
put
do
it out there, man.
Wasn't it like us and one other podcast though? I mean,
No, we got the title. We
Yeah.
won that game.
yeah, but I'm saying isn't like as far as comedy podcasts, isn't there like aren't we one of
All
the
right,
only
there's
two
only
in
like 2.
Wyoming?
Yeah, sure. Fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think they quit podcasting, so now we're #1 again.
Yeah, we beat out the guy who wasn't even trying.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you have it. Bonafide.
So you got a story about your worst gig? What's
Yeah,
what was
that's
so bad
what
about
we're-
it? Yeah.
Ugly. Well, so first of all, the place is like 3 hours from home, so we're traveling basically, and we're traveling on a guarantee.
I'm in the fucking hat.
And Gunner rode the hatch of our van, like in the backpack with the fucking gear. Because we had me and Ryan, our manager Courtney, and Ryan's girlfriend Shannon. And Gunner's the youngest, so we threw him in the back with the gear. And we rode all the way up there. It's like 3 fucking hours. And we were playing on a 70% guarantee of the door, the headline. And we get there.
Do you want me to fix
Before I
that?
even how the place was, the conversation with the owner. I don't have any ill feelings towards her, right?
That shit was funny.
But as soon as we got there, I parked like up front because it's the place. The place is like a fucking single wide trailer, bro. Like it's not even like a place that looks like it should host bands at all. And
it's
so
not
I'm
from
like,
the
I don't even
movie?
know where. What's that?
I said, so it's not the place from the movie?
No. It's that's the thing. They advertise themselves as like this this place that's like they're like Coyote Ugly dancers and blah blah blah. And you get there and it's BYOB, bro. Like, they have like a fucking metal cage and you have to bring your own liquor. They serve like beer and wine. They have like So I don't think they have a liquor license. But if you want whiskey, you have to bring your own bottle, and they lock it up in a fucking cage behind the bar,
Yeah, like
And
a
they-
little lock.
and they'll pour your whiskey for you. I'm like, fuck, I can do this at home. So we get there, and I'm parked. We get out and go to walk in, and the lady's like, it's a $10 cover. And that's, you got to forgive me because I have a lot of teeth in my head, so I do the accent kind of wrong. Right? But it's a $10 cover, she said. And I said, well, we're headlining this show, so there shouldn't be a cover for us. And she was just like, who the hell are you? And I was like, Okay, well, we'll just write our names down on this paper then. And then she's like, them 2 girls got to pay. And I was like, are working. This one's our manager and this one works our merch table. I'm like, they're going to be working for us for a share of our guarantee. And she eventually just let us go. And I walked in. I saw a couple of the other guys from the other bands that we were playing with. Fear Until Fury was there that night, and they're one of my favorite bands from the Carolinas. You guys should go check out Fear Until Fury for sure. And all those guys, and I walked up and I was like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" And then out of nowhere, I feel this hand on my shoulder, like pulling me back, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then it's this lady, the same lady from before, and she's like, "I need you to move your van around the back." And I was like, "Okay, no problem." And then I saw another guy from Fear Until Fury, Brandon Henry, and I went over and I dapped him up, and I was like, "What's going on, buddy?" And then she comes at me again, and she's like, "I need you to go move your van." And I was like, "I heard you the fucking first time. Like, give me some fucking space here, you know?" And then let's see what happened after that. The place doesn't have a stage, so it's one of those where you play on the floor, right? Which is cool because we're punkers. We like it when people are in our fucking face. Like, we dig that, right?
Yeah.
But there's no PA, so it's a bring your own PA job. And we entrusted this other band to bring the PA because they're buddies. And what was brought was a passive board and like a fucking Bluetooth speaker. And there was no monitor. So there was stage volume was like fucking non-existent. I couldn't hear myself. And a night ended with me smashing a Fender Mustang on the hardwood fucking floor and walking off stage.
Jesus.
Pretty much what.
That's pretty.
So I was so pissed off. The people in the crowd couldn't fucking hear my vocals. Gunner couldn't hear me, guitar or vocals. I couldn't fucking hear anything but cymbals. The ceiling in this place, bro, me and Gunner are not tall.
Than this one.
Me and Gunner are not tall. Like, we're like 5'7", right?
Yeah.
The fucking, I could like hit my head on the ceiling of this place. It was like right here, dude. And it was like made out of fucking plywood. There was a place in the carpet that's like just soft as shit. Like, I felt like I was thinking, it's like sand, bro. Anyways, I don't like to shit talk places, but if I never have to fucking go back there, that'd be too soon.
I had fun.
We have a goddamn meltdown at the end of the night.
So you guys drinking at least?
What's that?
Were you drinking at least?
I don't think they served any alcohol there, did they?
I had some whiskey.
Was it someone else's?
Yeah.
They gave you some.
Hell yeah.
Because you had to have permission from some other fucking patron to drink his whiskey. That's
Oh, he wasn't even there.
Oh, he wasn't?
Yeah.
They sold
got
it to
the
him?
owner.
Oh. I don't know. I wasn't drinking anything. I was very sober. It was freezing cold. That's the other thing. This place didn't have a heat pump. Then it was like wintertime. It was freezing cold in there.
Oh, the cold days.
And they had one of those fucking like kerosene heaters that looks like a jet engine, and you turn it on, it goes, and they put that in the corner, so it like smelled like fucking fuel. It's fantastic.
Maybe you just went in with the wrong attitude. Gunner seems to have the right attitude.
Gunner enjoys anything where there's a possibility that I'll get into a fist fight.
Yeah.
So
I mean, what was that, my second show?
that was your
So, I
second
mean-
one, yeah. So Gunner's experience was playing on the same stage that Nirvana and Green Day and The Offspring and other tremendous bands have played on, followed by playing in the shittiest place ever. So he's been on both ends of the spectrum already. So
Yeah, I mean, you don't know who else has played there. Maybe they have.
I doubt it.
I'm just saying. Maybe some
don't
great
think
bands have also played there.
I know that
You just
I'm under the
don't want to admit it.
or whatever for being open during the quarantine shutdown. I don't know that for a fact, so I'm not like, don't hold me to that, but I'm not trying to go on record and say
No edits. No edits.
anything. That's why I'm redacting my shit. I'm just saying I think that that's what happened. I don't know.
I mean, you know, everything we say on this podcast is for comedy purposes. There you go.
This is an program.
That couple did drive an hour to see us there.
Yeah, but it was the worst thing. Afterwards, we always go eat, right? And we went to an IHOP because they're 24 hours, and then those people were there. There was a lot of people that drove over an hour to catch us, and they were just like, "Man, we just couldn't hear you."
We couldn't either.
I was like, "Well, I couldn't hear myself or anyone else either." So I apologize, and if I had it on me, I would have given them the money back. And that's the other thing. The very end of the night, the owners go completely missing. So I'm hanging around until like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning to make $40.
I paid for your
Yeah.
gas.
Did it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that depends on when this was.
Yeah. Probably could
Did a
now.
little- yeah. Now it would have. Yeah. Yeah. A van's got a 318 Magnum in it, so
What year's the van? Is it like one of those really cool old ones, like the 80s?
nah, it's a handy van actually. It's one that's modified for someone with handicap, so everything's automated.
Okay.
It's like the door, everything all open. I think it's a 03 or a
Huh.
13. It's either an 03 or 13. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's not a Dodge, Chrysler Town and Country, I guess.
Okay. Does it got a ramp to get the equipment in and out easier? Nice.
Can't argue with that.
It's got backup camera, heated back seats, cooled seats, steering wheel coolers, steering wheel heater, heated mirrors. I can press a button and like make the gas pedal come all the way up, like all the way up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you don't have to really move the seat that much. Everything's automated. It's got a fucking DVD player, and like you can play like DVD, and there's several flip down screens, and it's got component hookups. So like if you get a power inverter, you can hook the fucking PlayStation up in there, and if you got a like Wi-Fi hotspot, you can probably like play Call of Duty going down the road.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
While you're driving.
Do you got logos and shit all over it like you do the drums?
Not on the van, no, because there's a trend in these parts of bands getting their fucking shit stolen.
Yeah.
So we got
I've
those
heard,
black. Nobody can see what's inside of it.
I've heard guys joke about disguising their van to look like a work van and just put something disgusting on the side of it, like, septic tank cleaners or something like that.
Gonna break into
They're
that.
going to rob that.
Well, I might.
Nobody's gonna break in.
Mark.
I mean, somebody that's having toilet issues might.
Why wouldn't they just call the number on the side of it?
I don't know. Just go in there and steal a plunger. It's fine.
You have to have some shitty judgment
Yep.
to.
That's funny. That's funny.
Was it? Was it though?
I mean, you'd have to have
Funny
shitty
because-
judgment to want to wipe out that kind of,
Oh,
flushing. Damn it, I was on
yeah.
something.
Pun game.
Almost,
Let's play the pun game.
What's there?
almost. I'm sorry, I'm mentally constipated. Anyway,
Yeah.
normally I have diarrhea of the mouth.
He's on a roll of toilet paper. I don't know.
I got nothing. This is horrible. I'm ashamed of myself, and I'm putting this mask back on so that I can hide my face.
Are you wearing the mask to take a shit or for corona purposes?
He likes to pretend he's Bane sometimes.
I don't think I appreciate your question, brother.
That's great.
He does pretty good Bane.
What sounds like really somebody out here with a fucking AK-47 just like popping rounds off.
Oh yeah, it's fireworks season. Yeah, you guys were saying you
Yeah.
heard him earlier.
Yeah, there's something going on out there.
We live in the south. They love that
That's
shit.
the that's the beautiful thing of it, man. That's the thing when I grew up in Marlboro County, because it sits on the border of North Carolina, the same way we sit on the border of Utah.
Yeah.
Now the fireworks laws are different in South Carolina than they are in North Carolina. So guys would come up from come down from North Carolina the same way guys come up from Utah to get their fireworks.
Right.
So a lot of this is really fucking familiar.
Yeah, we have a fireworks stand on every highway. Like as soon as you cross the border, there's a fireworks stand. Like it doesn't matter where you go in the state. As soon as you cross the border, fireworks stand.
Driving on 4th of July feels like you're just driving through a fucking war zone, man. You got just plumes
Yeah.
of smoke.
This town
I
goes a
think-
little nuts.
Walmart today, and it was fucking disaster. Yeah. Yeah. It was
So-
crazy.
Goodness.
We know your work gig. What's your best gig?
Ooh, that's a tie, I think. Milestone probably collectively, because we really liked that place. The sound was great. The stage is awesome.
It's the only show I played.
The just the atmosphere is just really gritty. It's got the aesthetic, It's just there's fucking sticker bomb. It's kind of gross in there, Got that a little bit of dirt on the floor,
Yeah.
And we like that one, and probably the 7 that I did with Flyleaf, like all of them were really fun. But I think that's just because there was like a fuckload of kids,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever do any touring or anything?
No, not with this project. This band will be touring this winter, so
Okay.
provided that there's places for us to play at.
Yeah.
For East Coast this winter, and then we have been booking or planning, not booking, UK tour for about a year and a half now. Just contacts, and it's hard to book that DIY, and then you have to figure out travel and gear, like freight, international freight on gear,
Yeah.
We
I
have
know
a pretty big fund in the UK, so we would really like to go and play over there.
Nice. Well, we're on the West Coast, so I think the closest place you'd ever play to us would be Salt Lake City.
No, I mean, we're probably gonna do, probably a tour.
We should hit every state.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do that. This quest to find the best French toast in America.
Okay.
It's like,
All right.
have you ever been on the road? They did that pancake tour of New England where they went to every diner they could find and got pancakes to see who had the best ones. I'm kind of doing that. So of all the states I've visited, I pick the highest rated diner and I go there and I get French toast. And so far it's this place called Mama Sands in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Nice.
24 hours.
There's no more Mrs. Butterworth though, so
Wait, did they get rid of Mrs. Jemima?
I don't know if they just got rid of the name or if they got rid of it altogether.
I'm talking about Mama Sands, man. I'm all about that French toast now.
Yeah, that was good.
You're writing it down to go there someday?
Hell yeah. Winston-Salem, that ain't far from home now.
Road trip. Hell,
Another question I like to ask people. So when you're doing your shows, do you drink with the other bands or do you drink with the fans?
I'm the only one that drinks.
No, that's not true at all.
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan, between you two, I don't know who can drink alcohol. Ryan's got those the genetics to be able to drink a lot of beer.
God, he can definitely down way more beer than I.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask that is because I'm interested in a lot of comedians also, and they tend to drink with the fans. But I've noticed that the bands like to drink with the other bands, like backstage and stuff.
Yeah, we do. We
Generally.
do, like do a little party. Like if we were gonna do like an after party after a show, it would definitely be with bands and not with people that like were
Yeah.
kind of bother us. I mean, and that does. I'm not to say like trying to be an asshole or anything. Like I don't know if you've ever had people like recognize you out somewhere. 'Cause
Nah.
I'm sure you have. It's not necessarily like a good feeling. You go in disguise some places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other day I heard somebody at a red light. I do some pressure washing I own a company that does that, and I'm still out there doing that. And I heard a guy listening to Falling Down on the radio, listening to our song at a stoplight, and I'm like covered in fucking mud, and I'm like, God doesn't even fucking know that it's me.
Nice.
Here I am, got songs on the damn radio, and I'm still washing.
Money.
Another
There was a
Kids, because you can make it.
there was a story about Rodney Dangerfield when he was still touring and still doing comedy, but he was also still selling, I think it was vinyl siding or rain gutters. and he was installing rain gutters or vinyl siding or whatever on this one house. I think it was rain gutters. Installing rain gutters on this one house, and he looked at the time and he's like, "Hey, you mind if I go inside and watch your television real quick? There's something about to come on that I don't want to miss." He turns it on, and it's him performing on one of the fucking late night shows or the talk shows back then, just to mess with the fucking family he was dealing with.
That's
I completely
hilarious.
butchered that fucking story, dude, but it kind of reminded me of what you were just talking about.
Yeah. It was a pretty surreal thing because I mean this guy was like rocking out and this shit was cranked and I was like that song sounds super familiar and I was like, oh shit, that's us. And I just kind of looked down at myself and kind of went home and drank myself.
Randy here does a great Dangerfield impression, and he did one once on the show, and I clipped it out for our Instagram. That it was a video, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, I clipped it out for Instagram and posted it, and Dangerfield's the comedy club in New York started following us on Instagram because of his impression of Dangerfield. So, I mean, it's kind of a cool story, I guess. Dangerfield is following us.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I'd fucking love to play there one day, dude.
Yeah.
But
He does what did you do? Dangerfield doing Eminem lyrics?
yeah, well, it was a fundraiser for the local community theater up here. And
Yeah, because you did sound like Dangerfield when you were talking about like, let me go in your house. There's something I want to watch. I don't know why I sound like fucking walking trying to do a damn.
Yeah, there you go.
and I think damn it.
You're trying to remember it now?
I'm just trying to conjure it up, try to get the mannerisms right.
I gotta get there.
That was the thing about this whole fundraiser thing was I was just studying Rodney Dangerfield. I was watching his old material. I was watching biographies on him. I was reading about him, and fuck, if you ever want to kill like a week, just diving into his fucking story, dude, it just an incredible fucking life, man. Tragic, but just the shit this guy has been through.
Yeah.
And I was 99% of my life I've been lied to. Just found out my mom does more dope than I do.
That's great. That's in the pocket, man. Yeah, that's a good one. Can you do any impersonation?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you guys. You got anything in the bank?
Mm.
You do a great walking doing Dangerfield.
Yeah. Like, I do a great Christopher Walken attempt to do a Rodney Dangerfield. Do a good like Ray Romano attempt to do an impression of Christopher Walken. No. I don't think I have any good ones. I used to be able to do George Bush really well because he was my favorite person for so long.
He's so dope.
He's just such a dirt, man.
One of my favorite scenes of him was, I believe, was at the inauguration where he was wearing that raincoat and couldn't figure it out. Do you remember seeing that video? Yeah. That's great.
Then he like kind of drapes it over himself. Yeah. Poor George, man. I don't think he had an ounce of like evil in him at all. I think he got hung out to dry by
9/11
in his cabinet. Dick Cheney, yeah.
I'm just sitting here the whole time. Am I gonna age? Am I just gonna date myself by asking if you're talking about W or Senior?
Oh yeah, no, I was alive when Senior was president, but I don't think I can do. I think Dana Carvey did that.
Yeah,
I think he did the best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think Senior ever said that. Not gonna that shit. I don't think he ever really said that.
I love Dana Carvey.
I thought that was Senior.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think he actually said that. I think that it was something Dana Carvey latched onto to circle back. Like, you know how, like, if you're doing walking, you go, wow, like you circle back,
Right.
Yeah, it could be. I love Dana Carvey. An underrated movie of his is Master in Disguise, or I think, was that Master of Disguise? Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you on Biodome, but Master in Disguise is where I draw the line, dude.
I thought it was underrated, man. I enjoyed it.
Hey, as long as you enjoyed it. That's the important
Turtle. I mean, come on.
Wait, Dana Carvey wasn't in Biodome. That's Pauly Shore.
That is Pauly Shore.
He's a big Biodome fan, which makes him the only other person I've ever met on the planet who actually likes that fucking movie.
I see what you're saying. You don't.
So I'm like, I'm with you on Biodome. It's a horribly underrated movie. I enjoyed it. It knows what it is. It's not trying to be fucking master cinema. It knows it's Pauly Shore and one of the forgotten bald ones just running around being assholes.
Pauly Shore always had like weird ass nicknames. Like he was either Bud or Stormy.
He was
or
Squirrely.
Squirrely, yeah.
Yeah, he was Squirrely. The other one, Bud. No, wait, he was Bud. The other one was Squirrely.
No, I'm talking about all of his movies. He's been a Bud in a movie. He
Yeah.
had like weird names in all of them.
What the fuck was the name of his character in the Goofy movie?
I don't know.
Wait, wasn't his
Moving
name in the son-in-law? Crawl.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Because
I was listening-
the dad came up every time and called him like crotch and coblet and shit.
Another underrated movie that nobody agrees on almost ever is Mario Brothers, the live action Mario Bros.
Yeah, this is my 2
No.
weeks notice.
I saw it. No, shit.
I love it, and I'm the only one. You guys aren't fans?
I didn't care for it. I thought it was
Yeah.
kind of camp. But I mean, it's a movie about a video game, so it's gonna be a little campy,
It's a
isn't
movie
it?
about Mario. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I remember watching
But
that as a kid all the time.
All those every show that I've seen that's based on a video game is pretty much hot garbage though. Like to me, like Doom was kind of a fucking shit sandwich too.
Was that was Vin Diesel, right?
I thought it was
The
The
Rock.
Rock.
With The Rock. Rock, okay. I was thinking a big guy, one of those big guys.
Big guy.
Action big guy.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Is that
Yeah,
about
Riddick.
the video game?
All right. We need Vin Diesel, The Rock, and Terry Crews in a Tu Wong Fu remake.
There you go.
That's the one reboot that I will actually back here.
Yeah, that's good. I would watch a redo of Kung Pao Enter the Fist with that same cast.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love Kung
shit.
Pao,
Oh
man.
yeah, shit. Yeah, forget what I said. Let's do that.
Yeah, I would
It's a
want to see
whale.
exactly. Rub it all with my hair.
Did you ever watch the scenes that they filmed for Kung Pao before they dubbed them?
No.
And it's
I
just
don't think so.
they're speaking gibberish, and then they had to go back and dub it. So you got a character who would just like kick in a door and be like, "I used to be an elf. Where are my curly shoes?"
It's fucking hilarious.
Scrabble is a family game.
It's- I say a line from that film all the time. Whenever somebody says like they bought X amount of things, I always yell, "That's a lot of nuts." And nobody fucking gets it because I think like us three saw that film, and I don't think he even knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, the one I quote the most is "It's a whale" because nobody understands it. It's just like one little scene where a whale comes off of the waterfall, and it's just like it's a whale.
You
Yeah,
just
all
broke
the
a
time.
I think I've gotten fucked up and told the owl and the bungee cord jokes to the wrong people who've never seen the movie.
Yeah.
So I just
Right.
what do you get when you cross an owl and a bungee cord? My ass. Just dead ass serious, hoping like hell they'll get the reference. Nothing.
Nah.
And that's why I have a hard time finding work in this town.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, the narrator when he gets the hole punched in his stomach. Look at that thing. It's
It's
just
like a stomach plug. It shouldn't even make sense with like organs.
just laying there on the ground. All right, moving on. Gunner's not understanding.
We're just
any of
gonna have
this.
to.
He's just staring at us.
It's so funny. He's from a completely different generation. He's a Zoomer, so
I see.
So
he's
Um,
like he's funny in a different way. Like he gets all the like. He's the first person I ever heard say "yeet" or like.
He's probably a
That's
Step
so-
Brothers fan.
You like Step
Uh,
Brothers?
Oh,
well, the beauty.
Yeah.
Let's see. The beauty of it is
Like
because
I like
I'm-
the same cast, except for I don't think John C. Reilly was in it.
I have to go see if I've seen it.
Old School's good, man. It's Vince Vaughn.
Old School is good.
Yeah.
I'm assuming us three are 80s. Well, 4 or 80s.
Right? Yeah.
that's the beauty of it because I'm almost 37 now,
Yeah.
and I've realized that I now have reached the age where I have the power to make words uncool just by saying them, and by golly, that's just lit.
Just start saying everything's fucking lit. Just start
Mood.
saying,
Big
Just start
mood,
calling it
fam. Big
Hey.
mood.
I don't say any of the new lingo.
I'll say
really.
yeet.
Yeet.
Well, I'll throw something away. I'll just yell yeet.
I started saying yeet as well, and I kind of fucking hate myself a little bit every time.
It's just a reaction.
You do it when
I like yeet, man. It's
when you throw a
it's a
pic-
wo- it's a word the English language needed.
Do it when you throw a pick out to the crowd or whatever. Yeet.
Yeet.
Why eat? Yeah.
That's all
I
those
do it.
boys that park out and just rev their truck motors up. Fucking yeet yeet.
I only say it when I kick dogs across the room.
What was the fucking? What was the fucking the Zoomer anti-abortion campaign? Don't eat the fetus.
Don't
Yeet is
yeet,
the
don't
fetus.
eat the
Don't eat us the fetus. That's what it was.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Uh-oh.
I had to murder a spider.
Just kill John Lennon.
I
Oh,
was John
spider.
Lennon that time.
I thought we were
That
gonna
was fun.
witness one of those rapes you were talking about earlier.
From the Doors.
Oh,
Morrison?
Morrison.
Yeah. I'll kill Jim Morrison. I was shit.
So I used to go to NA with friends to like support them or whatever, and I remember they put on that Doors documentary once. Pretty fucked up.
Why would they show that in an NA meeting?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's
Technically,
the opposite of what you're going for, isn't it?
technically it's supposed to be anonymous, so I just fucked that up.
Oh, you only ruined your own anonymity.
I
As long as
guess.
you
Well,
don't
that's
use
not-
anyone else's name.
I was never actually in the class. I just went.
Shipped up. Like I've been to NA meetings with people that I was trying to support, like friends and shit.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause
Yeah, I
I'm,
mean-
like what
NA's for
But I-
quitters
yeah.
and shit.
I can tell you what goes on in those places, but like I can't imagine like somebody, Morrison, like, would you like to hear my experiences on mescaline in the fucking desert? Like, I guess.
I think it was to show like how fucked up people could get, I guess. But I was
How
like
rich they could
16.
get.
But why would you watch like The Doors? I mean, why wouldn't you just watch an episode of Cops?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was titties in that movie, wasn't there? Not Cops, the Doors movie.
There's probably titties on Cops, but
I'm sure there is.
you don't want to see those. Those are
Not
messed up.
Cops,
Those are tweaker titties. Ah,
Exactly.
shit. That's the episode title.
Some messed up titties.
Tweaker titties. It's fuck.
That's a good. I think that should be the title of this podcast. It should be called episode whatever Tweaker Titties.
Yeah, I don't know if you looked at any of our episode titles, but that's kind of how we like to play it. Just like random shit that we've said.
That's fantastic.
I got the live version with your guys' band name on it, but the audio version will have Tweaker Titties.
Fantastic. Tweaker Titties.
And we will be playing one of your tunes at the end of the show, but I always tell people only on the audio version because YouTube will probably kick us off if we do that.
YouTube's probably going to kick us off anyway.
Copyright
Okay.
for it. Yeah. Because if you guys are monetized, then they won't let you even draw any ad revenue from it.
If we
Yeah.
play music, we're not,
Yeah.
we're not, but still, I'll try to keep people's music on YouTube, off our show, but I'll do it on the audio version. But
Like, yeah, apparently there's just a big influx of like celebrities going to YouTube now because they're still quarantined and
YouTube's been kicking people off like crazy.
exactly. So they're kicking the OG YouTubers off and they're bringing in the celebrities and now you got the ads and you got the censorship and it's like, why am I watching YouTube? I could just be watching regular ass TV.
Okay, so
I mean,
there's way more TikTokers now, celebrities. There's way more celebrity podcasts now during the quarantine. Is there any celebrity band starting?
I don't know. I mean, unless you count cancel culture,
I guess
that's a whole nother ball of bullshit, man. That's a whole nother conversation.
dope band name though.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of any new bands starting during the quarantine when people are bored, not doing anything?
I starting not around here, not that I know, but I'm also like pretty self-centered, so I really don't get.
Just you're honest about it.
I can relate.
Yeah. I'm like I know what I'm up to, and you should give a fuck about what I'm doing. But
Yeah, that's what I like to call healthy narcissism.
right, that's the
It's
end.
just
That's
a healthy amount of narcissism.
I have multiple times gone through my Facebook list and just unfriended everybody. I've taken the time to make extensive lists on my personal page of people who like Drowned Out on Facebook. And if you don't, then I put you on a specific friends list. And then I make a post and I'll say, hey, you got 36 hours to like this page or you're fucking gone. And I've done that like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, nice.
I mean, it's less about like when somebody liked my band, and it's more about like you're fucking up my post reach, because the way the algorithm works, if I have 5,000 friends and I share something that Drowned Out posted, but of those 5,000 friends, only 2,000 like the page, then that narrows down the amount of people that are even going to see that like the page.
Yeah.
Right. So
Facebook
share that
sucks.
post. Fucking stupid. It used to be great because it was time. It was like, you guys on Reddit, you know, you can filter by new. Yeah, if you sort by hot, then that's what you're getting on Facebook. Is you're getting hot. You're getting shit with lots of engagement already, and it's typically controversial or clickbait, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you sort by new, which used to be the default for your Facebook newsfeed, you would just see. So you can't even do that anymore, because people were abusing it, just like flooding people's timelines, just like repeat post, one after another.
No, I'm right there with you, because I'll post again, just with my own healthy narcissism. Because if I post something that's absolutely stupid, like I'll post the shitty judgment on robbing a septic tank truck or something like that.
Right.
That one will get so much fucking views, so many fucking likes or whatever. I posted something clever the other day. It was
We'll be the judge of that.
yes, you will. But I don't give a fuck. I think it's clever. That's what matters. Healthy narcissism. Pay attention. Now it's been built up too much. I'm taking that one to my grave. But I posted something else the other day, and I thought it was fucking hilarious and clever, and it just like buried. And I posted it again, and it got fucking likes and shit. And it's like, what the? I don't even understand how Facebook is working.
I know that
if
unless
this is
you
just because I'm getting old and I don't understand technology.
I know that unless you pay them, even the people that like your page won't see what you post on your page. So we have the Small Town Mentality page. It's got,
I believe it.
600 followers. You can post something to that and like 13 people will even see it, unless you pay Facebook to have your own followers see your shit.
Yeah. When you own a page, when you manage a page, they try to make that shit pay to play.
Yeah.
I am going to say something. I am going to take credit for something, though. That's just on the note. A couple weeks ago, I posted a video called Middle-Aged Butthead, where it was basically me pretending to be Butthead of Beavis and Butthead fame, in his middle-aged years, just sitting there laughing to himself. Like 2 weeks later, they're bringing back Beavis and Butthead. Now, I'm not saying that I resurrect Beavis and Butthead, but you can't prove I didn't.
I've never seen.
But nobody talked about doing it before I did that skit. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying I haven't seen myself and Beavis and Butthead recreated in the same room at the same time.
Why is sorry, low battery notification there, 20%. Why is Mike Judge doing that and not making new episodes of King of the Hill?
I don't know, man.
Because that's what we want.
King of the Hill, yeah.
We want a new episode of King of the Hill, right?
Connect them.
Right.
I got my mind blown the other day. Apparently, King of the Hill has a huge following in Japan.
I can see that.
Yeah, but then the stuff that his father, the World War II vet, the one who served in Japan, says about Japanese people, I'm like, dude, okay. If they're cool with it, I'm not rocking that boat. Fuck.
Whatever. You got both of the shins blown off by the jack.
They're just like, okay, yeah, that was kind of fucked up, but you know what was war? He lost his shins, and I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, don't let this distract you from the fact that in the 1940s, Cotton Hill lost both of his shins on fucking Iwo Jima.
Well, you only got 20% left. I'll try to get a little bit more out of you guys. You got any like super embarrassing things that happened?
Super embarrassing. I mean, I've been so fucked up that I checked a set of headphones before. That was pretty goddamn embarrassing. They still talk about it. Like I had headphones and I had them on my sitting down on a table in front of me and a mic, and I was just checking to see if the mic was hot, and I grabbed the fucking headphones and said check into the headphones. So that's kind of embarrassing, but
This guy runs our band.
yeah, I'm in charge. No,
Nice.
that's embarrassing.
I don't know. I was just trying to get something fun. Close that show out with.
Creatine shits,
Man,
yeah.
hold
No.
on.
It's true. It's true, man. Like if you take creatine, then you know that creatine shits is a real thing.
It's just water.
It's just water, man. You
It
can't
sucks.
stop it. How many
It's like
times have you played drums with shit running down your leg?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
Is it like an
Back on-
internal enema?
It's a weight training supplement that makes your body
Yeah.
retain water. You know,
For like
So-
endurance and strength.
for endurance and recovery.
Yeah, I've heard of creatine before. I was just making a joke because it's inside you. You're not actually taking an enema. The enema is coming from inside, so it's an internal enema.
So it's
Yeah.
like a burst of an enema, right?
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever
Water.
seen
All the
you ever
shit
seen
out of it.
videos of Old Faithful?
Yep.
That.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's literally forming a surprise attack on your anus. Just like, here you go.
I've seen Old Faithful in real life.
Yeah, that's right. That's right up the damn road.
That motherfucker's
You're-
gonna blow, bro. That thing's
Nah, I
gonna
don't
kill
think
all
so.
of us.
If I'm gonna tell you like I told everybody else, man. If Yellowstone goes off, we're the lucky ones because we're going out like that.
Okay,
Y'all are
you guys
fucked.
are all out like we are.
Just pour water in it.
Pour a little water in
Yeah.
it, put it out.
Because if it's Yellowstone goes off, your best chance is to run towards the blast.
I don't know why
That's-
everybody's freaking out about Yellowstone. I've done my research on it. The scientists are saying you got like another 6 million years before it goes off.
that and
Not my problem.
Yeah,
that and we narrowly got missed by an asteroid recently.
You know that healthy narcissism? Yeah, not my problem.
Yeah,
It's way down the line.
exactly.
Fuck those guys. I don't give a shit about them. As long as it doesn't affect me personally, fuck it.
Well, there was a asteroid the size of the Empire State Building that was supposed to be headed towards us, right? It passed us like it was supposed to, but they discovered another one while they were watching this asteroid coming towards us. They discovered another one that was also pretty big, not quite the same size. Passed so close it passed between us and the moon. You know, that's how close to Earth it came, and they didn't even see it coming.
yeah.
So I'm like,
could
you
see
can talk.
the street across the sky in some places.
Yeah. So you can talk
People-
all the shit about 2020 you want. That motherfucker missed us. That makes this a good year for me.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I just think, I don't know. I've said that before that I wish people would stop blaming 2020 for their fucking problems. Like, it's been a pretty good year for us.
Like hindsight, right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it drives me nuts because people did all they did in 2019 was about what a horrible year 2019 was.
True.
2017. Oh, remember 2015 when all those celebrity died and it was just the worst fucking year ever? You know, maybe
Right,
at some
yeah.
point we just start appreciating shit
Right.
and stop blaming the fucking year because I'm pretty sure you can't shame a fucking year. I'm pretty sure the year does not fucking care.
I know
You're not
Bezos is having a pretty good year.
You're not gonna fucking meme roast damn 2020 out. Not gonna happen.
Like 2020 is just gonna stop. Oh man, really? I'm an asshole.
Oh, my bad, guys.
Yeah, 2020 just is like, oh shit, dude. Like, straight up, that was my bad, bro. Like, I won't do that shit next year.
Like that's just peak cancel culture when you're trying to cancel a fucking year at this point. What the hell?
Stupid.
And that's my rant.
It's a good
Uh,
rant, bro.
Yeah, he does. He does pretty decent ones. Well, I don't want to make your phone die. I don't know. I mean, we usually do an hour and a half, but I don't. You said 20%, so
Where are we at? Well, I just want to. How do I?
we're in an hour 4 right now.
Hey Gunnar, what? Well, I was gonna ask you to look at your phone and tell me how many percent that
Gotcha.
I fucking hate.
23.
Thanks.
Remember embarrassing moments I was talking about earlier?
That was one of them. I was
My runs are big.
about to be like, bro, look at your phone and see how many percent I got.
You got it in real time.
Fucking boomer.
Well, the reason I was saying that because I want to be able to get you guys to plug all your stuff before you die.
Yeah, we can do it now, and then we can just keep going until
Yeah.
it dies or hit the hour and a half mark.
Yeah.
You guys got to check these guys out for real though, because we were listening to their shit earlier. It's fucking fantastic.
We'll appreciate that. Let's see, links. Facebook is, we have a link tree, and it's. Can you get the actual link for what our link tree is? Because I think
Also-
it's LINE.RE or some shit.
If you guys give me all of your links, I'll post them in the podcast description and in the YouTube video so people can find them.
It's with the link tree because it's
Yeah.
one link that takes you to a page that's got all of our links.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, okay.
Consolidation.
It's what the OnlyFans girls use.
Yep.
And I know you guys have a Twitter. I'm not sure if you use it very often, but I've been tagging you in it this week. So
Twitter, you said?
yeah.
Well, someone else runs that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our manager Courtney runs that. We don't even
Okay.
know how to log into it.
Well, I've been
I
tagging you
told her-
guys and stuff on there.
I told her that you guys would probably be tagging us, and other radio stations would be tagging us and shit. It's such a new thing. We didn't even have it until the label told us to make one. So I was just like, hey,
Oh, okay.
hey, manager, make this. I
The
don't.
only reason I even have Facebook is because of the band.
It's true.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to do it.
I've been sharing you guys' stuff on Facebook also, but it's like our least following. So I've been trying to get you on the bigger stuff.
Yeah, we've got a YouTube channel. That's in the link tree. We've got
Spotify, is that in the link tree?
yeah. The link to save it is in there. We're still working on claiming. So back in 2017, there was we copyrighted the name Drowned Out, right? And there was a band in UK that was also named Drowned Out, and we reached out to them and said, hey guys, we copyrighted this name, which we were named Drowned Out first. We were already named that. I guess they just thought, didn't matter, whatever. And I was like, hey, we reached out and said, guys, the name's copyrighted. We're not trying to be assholes, but it'd be cool if you guys would change your name. And they were like, yeah, no worries. So they changed their name, right? But I guess they already had a Spotify, but they have no music on Spotify. So the craziest thing happened where when the label put our shit on Spotify, that's them.
I was like,
On our Spotify channel, it's all of our music and then a picture of 4 motherfuckers you've never seen before. And I was like, who are these assholes? And then it clicked with me that was definitely
is that a
them.
stock photo?
I asked, I was like, I think it might be a stock photo.
Yeah. By the way, their album does drop today, or did drop today. Their new EP. So check that out.
What's
I'm
up?
hoping to get a new.
In track, full LP. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was hoping to get an exclusive for this episode off the new one. If you guys would send me an MP3 for that.
Yeah,
So we can play it at the end
absolutely.
of the show.
Send you the one that's gonna be in the what's
The single?
one?
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe the single. What do you want? You want the single? We'll send you the single. Yeah.
All
we'll
right.
send you that one.
Sweet. And so you guys can check that out at the end of the show for the audio listeners.
Okay, yeah, we'll shoot you the links, and then in the link for the link tree, you can pop it in. Unless Gunner, do you want us to send you that, or do you want him to just give it to you now?
I'll have to
Oh,
find that.
we don't have to worry about it at the moment. We got plenty of time. The audio release is Monday, so we're fine.
Courtney said,
We will do a quick
Program.
shout out to Spunk Lube. Go to spunklube.com. Use promo code STMPod at checkout. Save yourself 10%. Put some spunk on your junk.
Holding it upside down.
What? Finally, an ad I can get by.
Spunk Lube.
Yeet.
We have
Yo, you-
so many samples. If you guys want some, shoot me your address. I'll send you some Spunk Lube samples.
We joke about taking all the Spunk Lube samples and just putting them on a slip and slide, and then I just strip down naked and just skeet down that thing.
That'd be
Skeet in the-
awesome.
Well, poor choice of words.
The old yeet.
Also, this episode is brought to you by Ballsy.
went somewhere between skedaddle and yeet, and
Seattle.
it did not work out well. Ballsy, yes. Let's change the subject. R.I.P. headphone users, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here, you do it. I'm just gonna go
Go to
stand in the corner.
ballwash.com. Use promo code STMPod at checkout to save yourself 15%. We have nuts, butts, and body wash, nut rub, cologne, and sack spray that neutralizes odor and dries your ball sack. They also have good head shampoo and conditioner. So go to ballwash.com, promo code STMPod.
And get the funk off your junk.
True. Put some spunk on your junk, then clean it off. Get the funk off your junk.
And this episode is also not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. You could be hearing about the console-like graphics or the different factions that you can play as, but you're not going to hear that here because they haven't sent us any damn money. Raid Shadow Legends did not sponsor this podcast.
That's the one that sponsors like everybody's YouTube shit, huh?
Yeah. Them and Raycon lately.
Anyways,
That's
now that the bills
10%.
aren't paid. What's that?
I said that was the 10% flag right there. It just popped up.
Oh, perfect. All the ads are done. You guys dropped your stuff. All of their links are going to be in our descriptions and stuff, so you guys know where to find them. Check out their old single with a video called Falling, right?
Falling down. Yeah.
Falling Down. Yeah, I
That was
thought it was Falling Down.
Don't say old single, man. Previous single.
Previous single.
Be like, oh, that's old shit. No,
Yeah.
not previous. Previous. You want to.
Well,
Shit.
well, I know you're coming out with a new video, you know, your new hot shit.
It's true.
Yeah, but you don't want to
Yeah,
merch
new
the
hot-
previous work, though.
I do not. It's true.
That's the old butt shit. Man, that's old news. Moving on.
I enjoyed it, is all I'm saying. I'm a big fan of punk. So,
I like old drowned out.
Well, yeah, we try to just try to keep it with what is our version of what we think pop punk should be. We don't really like the term pop punk, but you know, because I just think, I mean, like the Ramones were the first pop punk band, you know, and they weren't a pop punk band; they were just a punk band, you know.
Right.
But you know, Green Day, the Offspring, the Rancid, fucking.
speaking my language
I'm
now.
not gonna. Yeah, I mean, like those were legit like pop punk bands, and I'm not taking anything away from Neck Deep and State Champs and Knuckle Puck and shit like that, but that ain't fucking punk music, and it's not. It's pop, man. It's pop with electric guitar.
I still listen to 90s pop punk every day. It's like my number one Spotify playlist.
Yeah, we like the Misfits and the Offspring, Green Day, and we even like the Misfits with Graves. Like we're not like hardcore Danzig gatekeepers. Like, we like Famous Monsters.
Are those some of your influences?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as a band, definitely the Offspring, Misfits. Of course, you know, Ramones, Clash, Sex Pistols. A little bit of Vandals in there. Ryan's a big Germs fan. Ryan also likes Gigi Allen and Scumfucks. So like he gets into some crusty shit. We like Agent Orange. Gunner's a big used to be a big metal head, so he brings a lot of like more metal influences towards the sound. So our drums kind of have like a thud, like a metal band's drums, sort of.
It's not the same beat every.
Yeah,
song.
it's not. That's the between this and metal is that it's not the same fucking thing over and over again.
There's another reason why I asked you guys if you drink with fans of the band, because I always hope to see people if they ever come to Salt Lake, and I'd like to drink with them. Just throwing that out
Fantastic.
there.
Yeah, we should probably not go to any AA meetings though. But
Yeah.
yeah, we could definitely go and do that. That sounds pretty good. Yeah,
I'm always
especially
down to drink.
I'm always down for a road trip, drinking and driving.
So,
Baby.
if you guys are ever in the
We-
Salt Lake City
Yeah.
area, hit us up. We'll come see you.
Hell yeah! You know how we do it in South Carolina, boy.
I think this is like
It's actually pretty good.
what?
His accent.
Oh,
Southern accent. He's got the drawing out the R's. It just needs to put. You just have to put an I or a Y after every A. That's the only thing you're missing. So when you say can't, it needs to be can't.
Ah,
Yeah, there you go.
Oh God,
Couldn't be me.
that one got me a little bit. I used to be a musician in Nashville on Music Row, so I played guitar on quite a many country. Like, there's some real good guitar on some of the shittiest country songs you'll hear on pop country radio. That's played by this guy, I used to try to emulate the people that I was playing around and existing around in Nashville, Tennessee. So I got pretty good at getting that southern drawl.
I used to have an accent.
Boy, I had no damn accent.
It's the weird thing because I moved up here and I don't have as much of a southern accent. I mean, it's still there, but I don't have as much of a southern accent. And then I get on the phone with my dad, and it's like, "Hey, how you doing, old man? Man, I'm hanging in there like a rusty hook. Pop, how you doing?"
That's funny as shit, man. I said earlier, I came outside and I was one of the people across the street from here got an outbuilding delivered, and they got it put like crooked in their front yard, and I was like, "What? They put that damn thing up there, a cow cattywampus slide?"
Oh my God. Get away from me.
We were talking about that because when I talk to people, because I've been in the South since 2003, and when I talk to people around here, they're like, "Man, you ain't from fucking around here, are you?" But then when I talk to people from back home, like back California, they're just like, "Man, you sound like such a fucking hick." I don't know. So I guess, you know, it does.
You're stuck between worlds.
They do those challenges about how when you live in a place, like, this is 1 day living in Minnesota.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is 4 days living in Minnesota. Like, you know?
talk about TikTok, man. TikTok's my favorite thing ever.
God,
Dude, I deleted.
man,
I deleted my shit.
they need I don't know. I have the TikTok. I got like 2 videos. I got like 600 views total between 2 videos and like 4 likes. So like,
Yeah,
people see it, they just don't like it.
I've done all right on there here and there, but yeah, you gotta put a bunch of shit out there. I've been telling a lot of bands. I've known some bands personally that have posted their music on TikTok, and you know, like music clips of music videos and stuff like that. So that's an idea too for you guys.
Yeah, I'll probably do that because right now what I have is me taking a shot of malt vinegar.
At the bar.
Yeah, was that Delaney's? Yes, it was me and you.
We put a lot of clips up there from the show.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope. See myself on TikTok. Yeah.
But yeah, if you can get one of your tunes to get people to like make videos with, shit will blow up, man. Every TikTok song I look up on YouTube, they've got like 50 million like views on that YouTube video. So if you can get them to like use your song, you're fucking solid.
There's 3 songs on TikTok, and I keep hearing them, and they are just fucking god awful.
I was about to say we'd have to make like a butt rock song.
We'd have to make some song that was fucking terrible. then they
Well, shit up, blow your shit up, your YouTube page.
That's hilarious. We should put Runaway on there. It's the poppiest fucking thing ever.
That's true.
Yeah. We have a song called Runaway that was written by the ghost of John Lennon.
The frog.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't write the way that song was written. It's really interesting. The way the Drowned Out thing is that I write the songs, and then I kick them over to these guys, and they write their parts, and then we track them. And one day we got together to rehearse, and
we didn't.
Just didn't work that way. We just wrote a song in like 5 minutes, and then I found this frog down here. There's no way a frog got in here, man. So I just say that it's John Lennon because it makes me feel better about it. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to know where the hole is, where the critters are getting in here, you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you you have to bring that story back up, but you record out of a cabin that you built on some property, right? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I got some property, and I built a cabin with the means of, you know, making like a hunting cabin, like a hunting apartment. I like to hunt deer and
Same.
hogs. Yeah, you hunt.
Yeah.
You ever hunt hogs with a hatchet?
We don't have hogs down here, but deer we hunt quite a lot.
Yeah,
Your elk.
I do
Antelope.
like hog with a shit or like a tomahawk, and I like shooting deer with a bow and arrow, and it's a lot of skill involved in thing, a lot more than shooting it with a rifle, you know.
Yeah, I use a 30-06, so thanks for that.
Well, hey, I'm not saying
No, I'll
I've
just
never
feel like
fucking-
less of a man. It's fine. It's okay. I'll just be less of a man. It's cool.
Hey, just buy a compound bow. Anyway, so I was building this hunting cabin, and then we were started recording this record. Or no, we had plans to record this record, and then got approached by the label, and they wanted to sign us, and we were like, fantastic, this is great, you know. And then they were like, that's great, you guys got 6 weeks to get us a record, and we were like, fuck. So we didn't really have we weren't recording a record. So we just loaded all the gear up into the cabin and just kind of like hung out for 3 or 4 weeks, just straight recording music. I mean, it was every day from the time that we got off work respectively until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, no sleep, back into work, you know. And there was at least 2 different occasions where I was singing for 15 hours straight, like just vocal takes. Like, oh, it was one of the worst. It was one of the worst and best experiences that I've had playing music. It was great because the way we work, we're efficient as shit. Like, we're like a fucking machine. Like, we're well oiled. What sucked about it was just that we just wanted more time. That was the thing, is that when you know something could be. That's what I was saying, is that I don't like rushing stuff out, because I know that it could be great. And with this, you guys hear it and you're like, oh, it's great. And I'm like, to me, I'm like, because like John at the label heard the record. He's like, your record's fucking amazing. And I was just like, I wish I had 2 more weeks.
Shout out to John and Angela over at Curtain Call. We love you guys.
True. Yeah, we recorded the whole fucking thing in a hunting cabin that doesn't even have all the siding on it yet. So
Nice.
yeah.
And that's the one that released today, right?
It is, yeah, Nevermore.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's available free music. That's Spotify, Google, whatever the fuck you listen to music on, it's there.
Yeah, nice. So now you guys know the backstory on the album. Check
Yeah,
it
we
out.
got physical copies. If anybody still lives in the Stone Age and has a CD player like I do,
Yeah.
I got those, and you can buy them. They're for sale you can find that on our link tree.
No vinyl
Nice.
yet.
No, bro, I priced that out $1,700 to get
lot.
100 records pressed.
It's a
What
lot.
about
$1,700.
what about cassette tapes?
Bro, I'll just make those myself. I still got that fucking talk boy from Home Alone. I'll
Yeah.
just set that right next to a studio monitor. Boom.
Perfect.
Mixtape. No cassette tapes.
Can't argue with that. That's-
What if we did make some like mixtapes and like give them away
How would you listen to it?
in a cassette deck?
Who?
Bro, my car was made in the 60s.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't- Mine doesn't even have a fucking CD player.
Like, the
anymore.
cassette deck in my car was a fucking upgrade, dude.
I went into Walmart the other day, and in their clearance aisle they had some Walkmans CD player,
yeah.
some Discmans, I guess, is what they're called.
Oh, that makes you feel old.
Yeah.
That'll date you, man. I was surfing on the radio one day and landed on a Gin Blossom song, and I was like, Gin Blossoms were my shit. And then they're just like, thanks for listening to classic rock. And I was like, oh fuck, thanks. I'll just go home and kill myself.
I think
The first time I heard the Smashing Pumpkins on a classic rock station, I screamed like I had been stabbed for like 45 seconds. I didn't even think I had that much air in me. I smoke. I didn't even, but no, I was insane. I couldn't fucking believe it. Just completely. I'm going to go be sad now. I'm going to take a Xanax and a Centrum Silver.
oh no.
We lost.
Guys, we're getting a lot of lag, I think. Here, so we're gonna
Yep.
we're gonna probably peace out, but we really appreciate you guys having us on, and because it's just so choppy, we can barely even hear what you're saying now. So.
Oh, all good, man. Thanks for coming
Thanks for
on. We
having us on,
appreciate it.
guys, and
We'll have to-
be sure to check out our Spotify.
We hope to see you guys again.
Thanks. Thanks,
All right.
guys. See ya.
Right.
I don't know what he was gonna say, but
Me either. But
there you go.
that's it. I think we pretty much did it. You guys know where to find us at STM Pod on all things social media. Randy,
gonna-
did you want to get anything else out?
I just wanted to point something out that we were gonna wrap this thing up like 20 minutes ago because their battery was at 20%.
No, he said we could keep going.
and
I just
and,
wanted to get their stuff out before his phone died.
and okay, because I was like, I thought we were wrapping up, and I've had to pee this
Ah.
entire time.
Well, you know how it goes, man. Sometimes we go a bit long.
Well, I don't want to take a pee break, and at the same time, I'm enjoying the fucking conversation. This was a fun one.
Yeah, I liked it. But yeah, you guys know where to find us. SCM Pod on all things social media. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at NeverBeenFunny with 1 E.
Don't look for me. Don't find me. I'm not here.
At Randy Gardner Humor on Instagram and TikTok. Well, he deleted his TikTok app, but I'm sure he's still on there.
Yeah.
Technically, he's still on there.
I'm sure my account's still up. I just heard about all the like spying and shit, and that just creeped me out. I'm like, nah.
Well, there's 800 million users, so you're gonna have some problems, I think.
Okay. Anyway,
Place to be.
Randy Garner Humor on Facebook as well, and Restless Native on Twitter. Am I forgetting anything? Why am I asking you?
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna go stand in the corner.
All right. Thanks for coming again. Until next week, peace the fuck out.